Welcome to another very special 3-hour webinar training course for all of our students. We're super excited. My name is Dan Diaz. I am your host. And we here at School of Sharks have essentially a mission to bring affordable quality education to the masses. And we do so by bringing on stage reputable, actionable individuals who are involved in real estate, not just on the investment side, but on the retail side and all branches associated with everything that has to do with real estate. Real estate is my personal passion and joy, and I hope it becomes yours. So if you're at the point in your life where you are starting out and just wanting to evolve yourself and want to be a part of everything associated with real estate investing, we want to welcome you to a very, very special webinar. Before we introduce ourselves, just a little bit of housekeeping. If you have a question, there is a box at the bottom called Q&A. This is kind of an augmented Zoom version. So there is a Q&A button at the bottom. Please go ahead and type your questions there, and we'll make sure that we take care of them at the end. We do expect, kind of depending on flow, to have 2 breaks. One will probably be at the end of the first hour, and one will be at the end of the second hour. They'll be small, maybe 5-6 minute breaks just to take care of necessary human activities that we might need to, especially if we're drinking water or doing anything else. And then we'll be having at least one solid session of Q&As right around in the middle. So with this in mind, it's my pleasure to bring to the stage Mr. Andrew Morin. He is a real estate agent and broker, very knowledgeable, quality educator, known in the retail real estate space. I want to give him a big welcome, but I also want to give him an opportunity to share a little bit about his background and specifically why he is very well equipped to teach a retail version of what a buyer's education should look like. So Andrew, please share.
Thanks for having me, guys. Appreciate it. Now, I'm excited to be here and to go through and share everything. I'm going to share just a little about me here for a moment. So I come from, like Dan was saying, I've been in real estate for almost about 9 years now, maybe a little more, something like that. Before that, for most of my life, I was a medical scientist. I did that in the military and in civilian for about 15 years or so. Like this picture, that's me in Afghanistan, and that's me now. So I was going to look a little cuter back then, better gear. So that was kind of fun. So you have all that going. When I was getting out of the service, it was kind of a quick, funny story that my wife and I said, we should get paid to look at open houses because we like doing that. So then we decided to get our real estate license so we could get paid to look at open houses, not knowing how it works. And that's kind of how we just fell in love with it and getting into that. Then I went back to school, got my bachelor's of science in digital marketing and an MBA in leadership and business. So I went through to get those to make sure we know what we're doing. And then I've been working in the training, a lot of buyer's agent, different trainings for about 6 years now, training different techniques, really heavy for about 6 years. The last 2 brokers, I'm now currently with EXP. I do a lot of trainings with our company now. And the last 2 brokers, I was their master trainer for the whole companies. And I did all their training and everything and trained all their agents for all the brokers. So one of the things over the last 9 years, I've literally closed hundreds of buyer contracts. I'm much heavier a buyer's agent than a seller's. I do only about 5 or 6 listings a year. I mostly do a lot of buyer listings, buyer contracts, and I love working with buyers. So this is an excellent, I love working with them and going through. It's going to be super fun. I'm going to share with you guys, it's going to break it up, like how you get some good leads, some of the free ways to get them, because I know a lot of people right now are having a hard time getting leads. We're going to share that. Then we're going to talk about how do you show correctly so you can close, because if you're not closing your leads when you're showing, you're wasting your time. And then after that, we're going to kind of walk you through the process of negotiation quickly. If your client asks, what do they want, we're going to go through that quickly and show you some great tools that we can make you easy to understand. It's in an easy to understand Excel sheet. We'll walk you through that. And then what do you do when you're in contract? What dates do you have to hit? How does it flow all the way to the closing? So it's going to be 3 big sections: before, during, and after. So it's going to be really exciting.
Man, I love that. So it really sounds to me like if someone wants to really hone in their skills on how to be an awesome buyer's agent, this really is absolutely the course for them. And that's really is your strong suit, right?
Yep. This is a very focused buyer agent course. Now, a lot of these will, like when we do the open house section in a few minutes, you get listings from there as well. But this is more focused on buyers and how to get buyers agents and how to get buyers and walk them through the whole process.
Fantastic. Well, I know we have a ton of material to cover, so I'll let you take the lead and dive in at your leisure, and we'll go from there.
Sounds great. I'm going to jump right into it, guys. So we got a lot of good stuff to get through. Have a lot of fun, hopefully.